Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Sagittarius is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. These readings are totally free. If there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Sagittarius, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And we start with the Moon card. The Moon card is, in some ways, it's a narrowing of the psychic aperture, right? It feels like the darkness is around us right now. Okay? And what I mean is it feels like we don't really know which way we're going. To me, there's a feeling of being in a dream. Right? That maybe we have a lot of things that we sort of want to do, a lot of possibilities. Let's think you're in the middle of a dark, scary forest, right? There's a lot of moves we could make. Okay? And what we need here is to sort of open our heart, our mind, our third eye. We need to kind of widen the psychic aperture here so that we can see what's on the other side of this forest, okay? That we can discern the light right at the end of the tunnel, so to speak. I'm kind of mixing metaphors here. I feel like you're a very creative person. I feel like you have a lot of ideas. Your imagination is like off the charts, right? Which sometimes can be a burden. You know, because you have so many possible solutions. You can see, your mind can extrapolate on every single possibility. And then what we have is a sort of cluster of potentials here. And how do we know which path to follow, you know? So I feel like you're in a position right now where we don't really know which direction we're going to choose, okay? I feel like we have a little bit of a wanderlust here, you know. I feel that there's an eagerness to kind of get moving in life, to do something. I don't know if there's this sense of urgency for you, right? But with this Moon card, I feel that we're about to enter we're about to enter a new realm. Maybe there's a clearing in the forest, right? And we're about to walk into the sunshine, right? I like that there's a little solar disk at the bottom of this card that says the light is dawning. And that light is you. That is the light of your own spirit, your own consciousness, your own true self, your own soul. You are the light in this dark, scary forest. Okay? And I think that it does suggest a level of confidence for the sort of the whatever we're facing right now, that maybe there is a lot of fear right now. It's a fear of the unknown. This is a dark, scary doorway. We don't know what's on the other side. Okay? Maybe you have already taken that step forward into the dark, scary forest. Maybe you haven't yet. Maybe we are hesitating on the threshold of a major change in life. Okay? We need to put this card into a little bit of context, though, don't we? So let's do that with the Dove and Serpent spread. There we have the higher wisdom and discernment of the Adjustment card. There is one of your Sagittarius power cards. Okay, that is the Queen of Wands. It represents a mutable fire energy, and I associate this card with the Sagittarius energy in action. This is your ability, Sagittarius, to be that arrow, right, flying forward in that direction with confidence. You know, because once the decision is made and that arrow is loosed, right, there's no bringing it back. There's no changing course. It's a commitment. It's saying that I'm focusing my efforts this way, and I'm going forward with that fierceness, right, and that confidence. And this is down beneath the surface. So I feel like this is a time in your life where we need to believe in ourselves. Okay? Yeah, we've got the Nine of Swords in the past. You got the Hierophant above you, and you've got a 7 of swords in front of you. So there's swords, but less swords looking forward, right? And this again, with the 7 of swords, it's you're trying to be this ace of swords in the middle. And there are going to be these opposing swords. It seems like we're going out of a briar patch into still a bit of a thicket, right? We're not like out of the woods, right? But we've committed to a direction and we're going in that direction, whether we're talking about something emotional. Well, I think there's emotion involved no matter what, right? But if this is maybe something that is about relationships, family relationships, or if this is a career thing, maybe we're in a financial kind of dark, scary forest, okay? And there are so many possibilities of what to do. The only thing to do is to pick one that feels like the best thing, looks like the best thing, higher wisdom and discernment says, well, that's probably the one, and commit to it. Because if you're in a dark, scary forest and you don't know your way out, going in a circle is not going to help. Standing there and thinking, which way do I go, which way do I go, we're burning daylight, as they say, right? So it's kind of like saying, you know what, my gut, my intuition, wisdom, my experience, knowledge, all of these things converging tell me, maybe that way. Okay, let's go that way. And we continue that way, even when we start to get the doubts, even when other things are whispering, saying, you're going the wrong way, right? And we have to keep, the faith, and we have to trust in the decision that we've made, okay? Whatever kind of dark, scary forest you're getting out of, there's the sun. And the sun is your general energy card. Whoa, that's pretty cool, right? To me, that's a big yes. That yes is saying, you are the sun. And as you go into this dark, scary forest, you will be the light. You will intuitively, higher wisdom and discernment, and with your own confidence, see on this middle pillar here, you will know the way to go, but you have to commit to it, and there will be doubts. Oh yes, every step you take, there'll be something saying, maybe this wasn't the right path. Maybe I should have went the other way. Don't turn back once you set out on that journey, okay? Because there will be things that try to turn you around, okay? You are that sun. And there's your other Sagittarius power card. Wow. If anything should give you the confidence and give you the green light and give you the answer as yes, it's these cards. This is, I've never seen this before, especially since we have your power. This is within you, okay? This is within you. And then this is the environment. This is the position of what's outside of you, inside, outside. And it's basically the same energy, your Sagittarius energy, inside and outside, which means that your efforts in the external world are matching your true self inside. It's kind of like you have that confidence, you're going straight ahead. And yeah, you're going into still that, a dense part of the forest there. But you've got your confidence. You know it's not going to be easy, but you're prepared for the difficulty. That art or temperance card is the blacksmith's anvil. This is the pressure cooker. We know we know it's a difficult journey ahead of us. We know there will be doubts and opposition, but we've made a decision that's based on these major arcana as well as your confidence, your trust, your faith in yourself, right? We have a 5 of swords, is the energy we don't want. And then, of course, we've got the Lover's card at the end. The final outcome is union, arriving at that destination, right? Whether we're talking about going through some kind of a, I don't know if it could be a breakup, right? It could be that you're going through a job situation. Whatever it is, this to me feels like it's kind of a pain of separation, right? We're going into the dark, scary forest. We're leaving something behind, okay? So there is a transition taking place in your life, okay? I think we're moving away from something that we knew wasn't meant for us, okay? But we're sort of taking a risk on ourselves, and this is Mars in Gemini, right? This is a painful split, a painful separation of energies, people, places, things, whatever, energies, right? This is also a Gemini card, but this is obviously the Lover's card, right? It's the union. So we're separating and we're bringing back together. We're dissolving and coagulating, right? It's an alchemical operation, and of course this is the Alchemy card. We have to split things up. We have to face our fears. And we have to, adjustment card. We've got to be able to weigh and judge and balance the forces within us. It's an alchemical process, right? That we have to separate, we have to judge, we have to purify, we have to see what holds weight in our lives, and then we put everything back together. So you might be experiencing this period of separation right now. And that dark, scary forest is sort of, facing all of those things that we might be afraid of. This Seven of Swords, this is the inner critic. This is the self-sabotage. And this is going to be the those forces as we move forward, those opposing forces that are going to try to get us to turn back and undo it and say, no, the work is too hard, the work is too scary, we're not capable of this, so let's turn back and go home. Let's get out of here. Well, there's no going backwards. When you're in a dark, scary forest, I don't think I can get back to where I came from. The only way forward is, forward. All right. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. We're going to set it down right here with our very own Kelly Kapoor right on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end. It will tie everything together, and it will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. If at any point during this program you feel like you might know what that card is, put your prediction in the comments down below. All right, let's do it together. Let's trust our intuition. Yeah. Let's look around the room. You've got a lot of major arcana, don't you? You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, wow. That gives me chills. I got goosebumps. 6 major arcana energies. And what's not a major arcana is air, and your confidence to get through the air, right? The only thing that's preventing us is just the internal resistance. Maybe there's going to be some kind of, criticism from other people. Maybe we feel as if other people are judging us or sort of not approving of what we're doing, but really that's just triggering something inside of us anyway, And I think that we are we're pushing through this dark, scary forest, really of our own fear, our own doubt, right? That kind of that inner judgment, that inner dialogue, that inner critic, and we're going to go for whatever this union is. We're going through this process of, again, feels like some kind of separation. Maybe we're separating ourselves from something that is no longer serving us. Okay. So you've got your majors, you got a little bit of fire, you don't have any water, you got all of this air, and we don't have any earth. We don't have any earth energies. Maybe because we don't really, we don't know exactly what we're going toward. We don't know what's on the outside of this. We don't know what's out there for us just yet, because the moon card is a card of uncertainty. It's a dark, scary doorway. I'm about to make a move in life, and I don't know really how it's going to end up. I don't know where I'm going to be. And maybe the first step is like, I have to separate myself from the things that are not working for me, and then I can get that clarity on what is for me. And I can shine my light as this radiant sun, and I can have the clarity, and I can find that which is meant for me. And we have that union at the end. Just because it's the Lover's card doesn't mean that it's a romantic situation. It could be. But I feel like the Lover's card is coming together with that aspect of ourselves, coming together with the life that's meant for us, coming together with our true selves. It's a spiritual union, a divine union. It could be a physical union as well. It could be, I'm going to find the right job for me, right? So that 9 of Swords is not a nice card. But I would rather have witnessed this, experienced this, been part of this, subject to this, whatever. So I know what it is, right? I don't want to just kind of maybe ignore this or not see it, be oblivious to it, right? And then I'll be stuck somewhere, I'll be stagnating, and I wouldn't know why. So we've had a revelation in a way Something's upset our lives in a major way here, and it feels like a separation, but this is for your highest good. Okay, and I think we're trying to trust in the process here. The Libra energy, of course, is our higher wisdom and discernment. It's our ability to judge things. We're judging the pain of change, the pain of going forward against the pain of staying back here where we were. And, well, you have a 9 and a 7. The 9 kind of seems like it's more severe, so the 7 seems like the easier road to take. It's almost, there's a rock in a hard place. Well, I guess I'm going to go to the hard place. It's probably at least a little bit different than the rock, The difficulty of going forward is nothing compared to the pain and the severity, the cruelty of staying where you were. Okay, so I feel like you're in the middle of either making this decision to take this step forward into the dark, scary forest, or you already have. Okay, Spirit's showing me something about mirrors. I don't know what the mirrors are about for you. Maybe it's a symbol, but I feel like there's a specific mirror, and I don't know if there's maybe stickers in the corner or something like this. Maybe we're trying to figure out what to do. Maybe this is the card of us weighing options. Yeah. Maybe this is a card of us evaluating ourselves a little bit, trying to determine our own worth. If we have, well, we've got too many swords here, for one thing. If we have any doubt about our own value, our own worthiness, right? What does worthiness mean to you? And do you believe that you have it? We've got the worst swords cards, 5, 7, and 9. And I always say in a reading, well, as long as, hopefully we don't get the 5, 7, or 9. Well, you have all 3, okay? So I feel like you maybe are leaving a situation that was not good for your confidence. You're getting out of a situation, or maybe you're putting that kind of energy behind you. I don't know if it's really the situation is still there, or if that lingering energy. It could be that we've grown into a habit of life where we don't trust ourselves, we don't value ourselves, we don't feel confident because of things that have happened all throughout our life, childhood and forward, right? And that could be the 9 of Swords. We could be leaving all the self-doubt behind. This could be us leaving all of that internal criticism, that doubt, that the way we are cruel to ourselves. Perhaps this is saying, I'm leaving that behind. I'm ready to put that energy, I'm ready to leave that negativity behind me. Okay, it could be that we are recognizing that we haven't been so nice to ourselves sometimes. And I think it's very important that we listen to the internal dialogue. Yeah. And as we move forward, we know that we're still going to get a little bit of it. We still know that there's going to be some of these lingering swords. Those thoughts are going to try to come back, but we're ready for them. We're the bigger sword. Our truth right there in the middle is the larger sword. Those other swords, they don't seem as severe as this, right? It kind of seems like just flies buzzing in my ear now. But we know that they're going to come back and try to interfere with our lives. But I feel like we're fortified in such a way, if we can bring our confidence to the surface and we can try to trust in ourselves and believe in ourselves, then going forward, I think we'll be somewhat protected from all of this doubt and all of this negativity, trying to push us back in this state of despair. I feel like something was back here in your recent past where you just said, enough is enough. I'm not doing it anymore. Okay? I'm not doing it anymore. And this may be part of some shadow work for you, that maybe there was a truth back here that for a long time you weren't trying to look at it, but I think you saw it. Because this is a card of a painful truth, right? Now underneath we have this Sagittarius energy in action. This is your confidence. This is somebody that feels empowered to do the difficult thing, to be in the movement of that life, to be in the activity. It's not about the destination. It's feeling strong enough to get through any situation, any challenges, any any part of this path, it's like you welcome the challenge. You know, we're trying to invoke this confidence, trying to wake this confidence up that says, I can do it no matter what. I can do it, I will do it, and I am doing it. Okay. There could be a reference to an older female energy in your life as well. And I don't know if this is it feels like this is a family thing, especially when we connect an older female with the Hierophant and this painful past. I feel like there is something, there's something we're moving away from in terms of our family. Now, I don't know if anything happened specifically recently, or if we're trying to recognize the kind of generational stuff or the family kind of history, and we're trying to step away from that a little bit. I think in a way we're trying to separate and break apart and look at it so that we can reintegrate it all. Okay, so this might be us recognizing some very painful parts of ourselves, some parts of ourselves that are still hurt by things that happened long ago and not so long ago, and trying to recognize those hurt parts of ourselves and show it some love, reintegrate ourselves, okay? So this could really be that we're working through traumas, we're working through patterns and history, working through complexes. We're trying to recognize the shadow, and we're trying to say, hey, come, you know, be part of us now. We're integrate, right? And I wonder, because of that Hierophant too, the Hierophant is something that's still looming above us, and very often this is somebody telling us what we should do, what we should think, how we should feel, who we should be, right? Where we should go, like all these things. This is somebody that has power over our sense of value. The Hierophant is the one that interprets the sacred texts, right? So tells us what's what. It's an external authority giving us that sense of what is good and real and divine and what's not. Okay, and so this could be representing somebody in your history that now has been formed into a complex that's telling you all this really nasty and negative and untrue stuff about yourself. Okay, and so this could be the result of a long history that's now been crystallized into the form of like one voice in your head that we sometimes feel is a dominant voice. You know, and sometimes this would be, you know, a person might say, well, yeah, I hear my mom yelling at me all the time, you know, it's still in my head. Those words are still echoing in my life. Or it's a father figure, or it's just, it's become one unified voice, but it's probably a conglomerate of a lot of events from your life, okay? And I think that we're trying to take this apart and recognize what this is so that we can move forward through all of this darkness and rediscover our value, rediscover our confidence and our worth, and go forward through that dark, scary forest and integrate those forces. And, you know, in a way, even put them under the umbrella of the true self here. Because now I'm not feeling that the Hierophant really is the true self. I feel like this is that kind of authority in your life or in your head that's telling you who you are. And sort of forcing the Queen of Wands down beneath the surface, forcing your true nature and your confidence, kind of pushing it down this way. Right? And I think what's going on right now is that you're recognizing all of this, and you're getting clear. You're shining a light on the shadow, and you know that sort of I was going to say chases the shadow away, but I feel like that sort of integrates the shadow. When we shine a light on it, with the light of our true consciousness, the light of clarity, the light of the sun, our solar nature, our spiritual nature, I think it helps to integrate everything. Okay. But you know, this could also be that we are still weighing the options here. Should I stay or should I go? Should I go backwards or should I go forwards? Okay, and I think it's clear that you're getting a big yes from the universe that says go forward. Go forward. Like this is going to be a really positive thing for you. We have to ask with these cards too, like where might we be scared? Where are the fears for us? What sort of change are we afraid of making right now? Okay. And that's kind of what we're doing here. We're saying, well, what's more scary to me? Making this change and going forward, or staying where I was? What's the more scary thought here? Okay. And of course, going forward, we're going to meet with obstacles. We're going to meet with criticisms. I wonder if, like, because there's no water energy here, you know, I'm wondering if you've been kind of maybe ignoring some of your emotions lately. Maybe you've found that for some time, I don't know how long, but for some time, you have been not so connected with your feelings. You know, and maybe you're saying, no, I feel things all the time. Well, maybe we feel this, but this isn't really what I'm talking about. This is kind of that self-doubt, that criticism, that cruelty. These are all the swords pointed at us, you know. But this isn't really a connection with our deepest feelings, with our emotions, with our water energy. Okay? Because maybe we've tried to kind of deal with this by not letting ourselves feel everything we're feeling. Okay? I feel like we're going to get a rush of water energy in here. Okay? I feel that taking these steps in your life is going to unleash a lot of feelings for you. Okay? Now, the Seven of Swords is that idea of distraction. It's all the forces that are going to try to be opposing us as we move forward. Okay? A lot of self-doubt. You know what I want to do is a Language of Flowers affirmation card. Yeah, this is a lot of swords cards. We've got a lot of swords here. Okay, and I think you are truly right now trying to integrate these different aspects of the self, and especially the shadow aspects, and you're trying to recognize the doubts. Here we have compassion. Tread a little more tenderly. Yeah, this is not tender. This is the opposite of that, right? So we're being told compassion. Tread a little bit more tenderly. Be nice to yourself. Love yourself. Radically love and accept yourself, right? What does radical self-acceptance mean to you? Right? How might we go about doing that? The heart ease. Compassion. Perhaps the Hierophant is this authority looming over us that is, you know, teaching us that we just need to follow directions and do what we're supposed to do as we're told, and not feel anything, and not assert ourselves, not shine our light. Okay. Maybe we've been encouraged for a long time to not express our feelings. Maybe that's why I don't see any water energy here. Okay. Of course, the moon is a Pisces energy. It is deep water. Okay. This is very deep water here that we might be sort of getting back in touch with and trying to integrate those sides of ourselves. Let's talk about the Path of the Serpent. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. The readings are totally free. The Sun card is your general energy. Well, this is the confidence. This is that clarity. This is that fully illumined consciousness that's saying, I'm going into my life. I'm taking the next step. I am moving forward. I'm not going to go backwards. I'm not going to stagnate. I'm living my life the way I need to. I'm going forward. And I'm confident. And I'm capable. And I'm valuable. And I'm worth it. Right? This is a very radiant general energy for you. Okay? So I think that this work that you're doing here, which we could call shadow work, or integration, or whatever we want to call it, it's working. Okay, it's working. It's giving you that confidence to say, I can take the next step into my life because I know that I'm going to be the light that's going to illumine the darkness, and I'm going to be able to overcome any kind of doubt. Okay. Because I feel like with this Nine of Swords, there are these past wounds, right, that are still sort of dictating your sense of confidence, dictating how you feel about yourself, right? That they're still kind of causing some, I don't know, some distrust, causing some fear and some, a reluctance to step out and shine your light. But here you are with this sun energy, you're shining your light, okay? And of course, we've got the pressure cooker here in the environment. Okay, in terms of your relationships, I think you're realizing that every relationship is an alchemical experience, that you are changed and the other thing is changed, the other person, place, or thing, whatever. And I think that you're realizing that you are strong enough, capable enough, to handle any challenges that life throws at you. Because the pressure cooker, right? This is the blacksmith's anvil. Life's going to knock us around a little bit. Okay. Over here, we didn't feel that we were capable of it. Maybe we felt like life was kicking our butts and we deserved it, and there's no sense in trying anything. There's no sense in going forward. Okay. But now with these two, I feel like we can handle anything. I feel like any situation, I know it's going to change me, but it's going to forge me into an even stronger person. That there's no challenge I could face that's going to break me. Because I'm not going back to the Nine of Swords. I've been there. And I'm moving forward with strength and confidence. I think in a way we're deliberately choosing the path that is going to, the pathway through the forest, right? That is going to mold and shape us into the person we want to become. Okay? Rather than with the Nine of Swords feeling like life happens to me. I've been through a lot of difficult things in life, and that's made me who I am today, right? This is kind of saying the same thing, but it's like, yeah, I'm going through a lot of challenges in life, and it's making the person I am. It's making me the person I'm going to be. It's the same thing, but it's a different sort of aspect. It's a more enlightened and more clear way of looking at it. Life happens to me, and this is why I am the way I am. Or I happen to life, and this is why I am the way I am. This is who I'm going to be. So I feel like we're kind of, it's a self-analysis. I feel like it is an alchemical operation for you. I feel like we need the water to sort of wash away all the debris from this. But this is you coming into contact, having this union with your true self because you deserve it, because you're worth it. Yeah, maybe this is that job, maybe this is the relationship, maybe this is whatever kind of union you're looking for in the practical world, but in terms of the inner experience, this is the person you're going to become, right? You're going to become a whole integrated person because of the challenges that you're facing in life. Because life is happening through you and for you, not happening to you. Okay? When life happens to you, you push your confidence down under the surface, and we live in this dark, scary forest of fear, looking to an outside wisdom to kind of tell us what to do. Okay? Whereas if we live life intentionally and we say, I'm going through the challenges of life, and they're going to strengthen me. The experiences I have in life are going to make me a more capable and confident person. The Five of Swords is the difficulty. This is the fear, worry, and concern, and I think that this is those complexes being activated in our mind, and we just sort of, it's a self-defeating dialogue we have with this is like, we're doing this, we're going here like, this is amazing, right? This is perfect. But then, no, not for me. I can't do it. And then those old voices come back and start saying, no, just quit. You're not worth it. You can't do it. Turn around. Just give up, So we're going to encounter these voices again, and we have to recognize that and say, you know what, I hear you, Shadow, get out of here, right? Or get back in there. Because, we're going to encounter more of this. It doesn't just stop. this internal dialogue, the self-doubt, the mental kind of aspect of things, it doesn't just stop. Okay, it's going to come back and try to thwart us, turn us around, deny our final union and progress here. And maybe this is, maybe you are going for that job, or you're going for that relationship. You're going to commit to this thing. This is a card of commitment. It says, heck yes, I'm doing this. But right before we do it, we get that little whisper of doubt. Are you sure? Are you sure you can do it? Can you handle it? I don't think you can handle it. You might just go the other way. Go, hurry up and run before it happens, And this is going to come, that's going to come right before you get to that union, to that goal, right? But Spirit's telling you yes. You've got all the yeses here. I want to look at the mystery card. I want water energy, or I want maybe more swords, only if it's an ace or a 6, right? If you have a prediction, put it in the comments. Let's see what we have. A King of Swords. King of Swords is a fixed air energy. This is somebody who's paying attention. This is somebody who's observing the mind, right? Using the mind to observe the mind. So we're always recognizing when these kinds of negative thoughts are starting to cause a little bit of a stir. We can recognize it. And we can sort of gain a little bit of control over it. This is a mind that's always paying attention to itself, right? And so it's a recommendation, I feel, that we have to, we got to journal. We definitely have to journal. And we have to pay attention to the thoughts that are going through our head at any given moment. Random times throughout the day, just stop and say, what was I saying to myself just now? What were the words and phrases that were going through my head? Were they negative? Were they critical of myself or of others outside? Like what was the vibration there? So I think that if we can pay attention to our thoughts, then we can get a little bit of a handle on them. And maybe we can't stop them. We can't shut them down altogether. But we can not allow them to interfere with the choices we're making on that spiritual level. The unions that we are trying to accomplish, internal unions and, uniting with the things that are meant for us in the external world too. Okay, so this is the aspect of manifestation where the thoughts we have, the air energy is interfering with the conductivity of our will and the outcome that we're looking for. In the art and science of manifestation, our thoughts really do matter. Okay? And I think there is a lot of this unconscious stuff that's coming to the surface. We're recognizing that a lot of our history has diminished our awareness of our confidence. It's still here, right? But it's not front and center active. Because if we put that here, then it's just like I have the clarity. I've been through the challenges. I am confident, and I'm saying, yeah, I'm ready for this union. Okay, but if it's down here and really it's this kind of fear and uncertainty that's dominating our energy right now, we're sort of letting these thoughts have their way with the direction we're taking in life. It's kind of like having the we're letting the bully drive the car, right? So I like this. I think this is a vigilance. I think that this is an awareness. Maybe this is a calm paying attention, just a calm observation of our own mind. We don't have to get angry at ourselves for having angry thoughts, That doesn't help. That just exacerbates it. So maybe this is a calm observation, and when we get some negative thoughts going on, we don't have to get mad or upset or start feeling guilty or anything. No, that's just more of the same. What we can do is say, okay, I recognize you. Now I'm gonna usher you out of my mind. We acknowledge the thought, we let it go, and maybe we try to replace it with something more compassionate toward ourselves. Maybe we find that a lot of negative stuff's coming out of our mouth lately. Let's try to recognize that and see how we might be able to rewrite the script a little bit, rewrite this narrative that we're living, okay? I think this is a wonderful reading for you. I think that the universe is giving you a big yes, that you should go forward and cross this threshold and change your life, okay? And find the unions, plural, the unions that are meant for you. All right. Now we're going to do an extended reading. We're going to do an I Ching hexagram. We're going to do some oracle cards. There is a link up top and there's a link down below. New readings for Sagittarius Wednesdays and Sundays. Be sure to watch both readings. If you haven't subscribed, please do. These readings are totally free. Leave a comment and let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.